Well, it is pretty wild. I mean, the desk just mentioned this, that Team Secret running the comp that T1 does on this map, but RRQ destroyed T1.
Okay, we got Team Secret on attack. We got RRQ on defense.
So,
double duelist now
what
again.
the difference is going to be. I mean, frankly, the firepower today for Team Secret looks insane. So, again, that can just win you maps sometimes. But it's more than that, in my opinion, for Team Secret. Quick TP up.
Envy aggressively taking some space here. Wild Oreo eating quite a bit of damage as Envy gets the jump, and Monyet has
Envy
no clue whatsoever.
absolutely sent it.
Ends up getting taken down.
Everyone's
Wild
making
Oreo
a lot of sound here. He just sends it over towards site.
As Spike now to be planted. Shield from Jeremy already popped, will expire in all likelihood before the retake gets started.
Unbelievable
here, so
pistols.
RRQ will have to deal with, but they are very much
Got a good low
not
crossfire.
liking this position at all.
They feel like they need to take some more space.
Holding back, taking some damage, sending out a flash. The rest of the team still trying to scale forward, still wary about flanks.
Yeah, I like this. So create the question mark over towards heaven. Insta group on site.
Be rushing up alongside the smoke. The push out coming through. Finds a headshot onto one. Turns, looks for a little bit more. Xfero able to find Envy. As Jemkin.
And they had
Fights
Jesse,
back
right?
out. Down to Jesse. Bash finds the first. And the fuse is just not going to be there for him.
Holy, dude,
It's
they
another
cannot lose a
Red Bull
pistol.
clutch. How many pistols has Red Bull gotten today? It's a lot. All of the ones in the DFM series.
Yep.
And,
And then this one.
oh boy.
I mean, Jesse just plays this beautifully, too. Knows the time, understands the situation, gets this first kill, and knows he can just wait. Knows they have to basically stick it at that point. Just beautiful. That initial TP. Envy completely bamboozles Monyet.
I have no clue what his contract is, but it's not enough.
I'm right there with you.
If you're paying him $1 million, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
Pay him 3.
Pay the man. I fully
so
agree.
damn good.
No, he is just such a good player. And when you've got players that are firing behind him, making good decisions behind him, it is just crazy what they can do. You know, this confidence, this team secret hasn't been there in 2025. But what a day to show up. Man, oh man. Again, another trap play.
Yeah, well, they're allowed one death.
Jesse trying to figure it out with those prowlers.
And this reclear isn't going to go well.
Tejo, util in response.
Demkin.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's one of the guns down. And they don't.
Kill.
Oh, Jesse manages to pick up the gun. So they don't lose too much on this. Once they realize there's lots of people over to towards A and to hit over towards C.
Sparrow sends that. Shots now forward into the smoke. He's been spotted, tagged up low.
They get the good plant though, so it should be hard for them to win this eco, even though it's looking a little close.
It's about to be a bit of a painful situation as they try to get themselves back into the site. Cushy going to be taken down. Free peek out. Shot goes wide. Monyet able to find one more, but he himself dangerously low.
He did it right though. 2 guns down. Do they want to upgrade the outlaw? You've already created the pressure of it. You know they have to buy heavy armor.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
dude is
Wild Oreo here.
Dude is locked into op-in. He wants a scoped gun every single round.
Spun around back behind the corner to reinforce. Still, you know, RRQ fighting back. A good trap play right outside of A main. Or right outside A lobby, excuse me. I believe there's a stun into those salvos. As then it's just kind of a bit of a shooting squad on the site, but still able to find some good classic kills. Now you've got Stinger, a rifle for Jesse. And trying to catch him with those stuns and into those salvos.
And it's going to be the aftershock.
That's a nice one, though.
Just collects 2.
That is a nice one.
There's one way to start off an anti-bonus.
Yeah, those combos, again.
Yeah,
Stun forces them
that's
back.
a strong setup.
And the aftershock as well.
We've seen a couple of teams going for this one, but that's probably the most success we've seen from it.
Jemkin pre-firing, Jeremy dying. And solid, clean anti-bonus so far here from the side of RRQ. Team Secret is going to be looking to try to get what damage they possibly can. These position going to be noted. Sense of the paranoia, swing onto the corner. Xfero able to go ahead and stave him off. 2GE now spotted. Jemkin, he's seen him. And he's going to want the kill. He's not going to get the kill. 2GE, nicely done. Comes up with a headshot. Finds an elimination, picks up a weapon. Tap at the plant. Shot ringing out, but
30 seconds
they're well
left.
aware that he is not sticking this at all. Will now do so here behind the pillar. As Paranoia stuns flying his way. Cushy.
Very, very nice.
Let's go ahead, run him
Dude,
down.
what
into
did
the
they actually do with their utils? So we know breach damage was here. I didn't see
this is
exactly
really
where
nice
the
stuff from
tail
RRQ. Great util, obviously gets 2 kills. So
stuff went.
it's hard to do it better
It's
than
done.
that. And then a nice
Stun
drone
into
to identify
insta
Invi's
damage.
position.
Where did the salvos
Really
go?
good change.
The
Even
salvos
though,
like here
Cushy
and
is
here,
moving
so they
over to
didn't have a
Tail
choice.
compared
And then if you're in
what
the
we saw
open here, you
on
just get
Fracture.
jawed
They're able to get phenomenal value there.
into the
They just
corner.
have nowhere to go.
Oh, I mean, I don't think Jesse had vision. I think he's
I mean,
completely blinded up. He didn't know where he was going.
Yeah, the flash is
So there's not
the
much
flash is
safety
pretty cool.
in that pillars area.
Absolutely not.
All the pings just
So
being
they
spammed
salvoed
on the
here,
map by
salvoed
Team
here,
Secret. That
flashed
spot now,
as
they're
well
just
on
like,
top.
Let's not do that again.
Won't line out one yet. Chasing forward here is NV.
Oh my goodness, the salvos are this is nice at the moment
Down
from
to 20 HP.
RRQ.
Because
Got
they
some
know
cool
that the
aggro
util is
stuff.
used today, they can push B.
In reaction, they might just try
Push in
walk
the
into
corner.
this. Oh, that's a good bait from heaven as well, though. Dude, I would have been tempted to not put that wall up,
Gonna
but
be a backpedal here. A bit of a poke and prod into the B site, but no real commitment here from Team Secret.
Didn't have the fade there. So
a
really couldn't
great
get the
play
info.
from him.
If you're gonna make it a B push instead,
Insta re-clear of
she's
the
just
info.
Like, hey, look at me. You guys won't expect this.
No, they did not.
Can he
and
get out
he's
of
not
there?
gonna overstay either. Gets in, gets
Yeah.
one, gets out. Smart play here from Cushy.
Been 2 nice rounds from RRQ at the moment.
As now the stealth drone will chase out, confirm some further presence here at the spawn. He's slowly walking his way forward, but Sparrow anticipating this, sends out a couple shots, as it will just be bite for bite. Plant now getting ready to come through.
30 seconds left.
They're gonna have a 5v4 retake in front of them for RRQ. A little bit of util to use for sure. Some flashes. It's Paranoia's. Jemkin gets a kill onto Wild Oreo. And then he goes right into the drift. This could
Trying to scout out here as much as possible. Envy gonna be noted dead. Jemkin with a nice shot up over the top, finding one, but
Hold up.
UGE answers back
Ooh.
another, but
Yeah,
in
that
the end,
did give me a
three
little bit of
players
faith once I got the 2
surviving.
kills there.
RRQ gonna tie
Dude,
things
nice
up at
round
2-2.
again. Look
Yeah.
nice.
Fuse handed it over to Crazy Guy. Rolling Thunder now going to be online.
Yeah, they're starting to get some aggression of their own, starting to find those reads, find the confidence. Cushy there.
Sleep it all. We got a little
Doesn't
bit, Alex.
overstay his
A little
welcome.
bit.
Just takes his prize. Goes
We'll
back
be sleeping
home.
early tonight, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, Jemkin caught the head there before he re-swung and shot through the wall. Right into the dimensional drift, and then they still had a ton of util for this retake. Fault line flashes, paranoias. Able to just flood through there. Very
Okay,
nicely thought out.
outlaw
Now Jemkin's gonna go for an outlaw.
For people to get one shot.
Full shield for Envy.
Full shield for Envy kind of suggests that we're going for an Omen ult play.
Have that available here. Quick clear on the Haunt. Crazy Guy. He is just very swiftly swooping forward. The Prowler not checking his position. Shots now bringing out. Flank potential, yes. Wild Warrior, he'd already got a previous kill. Cushy got taken down. He doesn't get the read. He doesn't get the memo. And now suddenly Jemkin's the only one alive.
You have
Secretly
got to
gonna
be
pull off a
kidding me.
thrifty. There's a potential flank.
This is
delay.
weird, yeah. Dude, I was trying to look at the
Cutting
minimap
back
to see like
crossover
what was
towards
going
A.
on. It's like an Omen flash into a Prowler, so they knew the two were like out in the open here.
Jemkin trying to get this
They
done without
didn't know
outlaws.
Wild Oreo was in the
Slowly
corner.
and every single
Sorry,
weapon that he would love
Envy
to
was in
collect
the
is just
corner.
whirled away.
He was always going to get traded,
Yeah, I mean,
or he's always going to get a
both of
trade.
those are all one shot, but it's only 2 bullets in the chamber in this gun.
Stacked up relatively here at tree. Time
Felt like they didn't really know they were out through the choke.
Oh, tries to go for the flick. A 2GE a bit faster. Team Secret pulling off effective thrifty here as things just get way too chaotic outside of A.
Yeah, this is just madness. I mean, Crazy Guy catches them completely off guard, but they do the same. They pop out of their smokes, and Wild Oreo
Yeah, they just
ready
had
to
no
strike
idea he was in that
with
smoke.
that stinger. 2G
They had
catches
no
the player
idea.
trying to go
Envy was
bail out
close,
his
and they had
teammates.
no idea Wild Oreo was in that smoke.
They're feeling good. They've got a ton of ults. And you still have the Rolling Thunder for Crazy Guy, but
Thoughts on
and
Lev?
Monyet's ult.
They just look a little rough,
Very
to be honest with you.
As 2GE able to backpedal, gets away from those salvos. The chase still coming through from RRQ.
I even think they look rough against G2, but everyone thought they looked good. But
able to find that kill, and Xpero wins the duel against Jeremy. Does get punished as he exits the gulag. Player advantage here for the side of RRQ. And with 2G
I don't know. It still looks like they need.
As Rolling Thunder,
It looks like they need
the
2 months
hit on the 3.
before stage 2.
Slows them
Or
up,
whatever it
waits
is,
for
month
the
and a
decay
half.
to expire. Showstopper now. Invested from Wild Oreo. Fault line to try to slow him up. Jemkin. The tap. Just trying to bait this. Even goes for the gate crash. The rocket
He's got a
held.
nade to
Mostly
delay
buff
this
was
as
good.
well.
Now gets sent. Concussed through. Paint shells down.
What a weird
Things
round this
starting
one
to
is.
get chaotic here in the post plant. As it's going to be a lot of fire back and forth here through the smoke. Neither team able to see each other. Defuse being held. Diffuser
Got it half.
killed. They re-tap it. They drop down. And Cushy
This is.
just hounds
Dude, I've
them
never
all
seen.
to hell
It's weird
back.
though. I've never seen a C
Absolute insanity.
afterplant like
As
this,
we are tied up at 3-3.
where they have all heaven, but no one actually goes round to heaven, and they just trade places.
This is just
I've never seen a
absolute
C
insanity.
afterplant like it.
I mean, phenomenal work by Jepkin here on the bait for the showstopper.
I think
Good
put
smokes.
Demon 1 on Duelist.
Fault
This is
line
the whole
too, to
thing
make
though
sure
as
that they
well.
can't
It's
push
just
out.
like they're just constantly
Kinda maybe
switching
lead
roles,
the
so
way
they're
for
never
the
going to get any
showstopper
kind
a
of
bit,
comfort.
but-
They just need to find something and stick. I do
mean,
think
you just don't know what's going to
I
happen
think they
there
can
with that
heavy
smoke
lean
and
into
everybody
double
just
Duelist.
spraying.
Might be worth.
Who knows? Flip a coin. Roll some dice.
Even by APAC standards, that was above average.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, the vulnerable.
Oh,
and the
that's
blind, and
nice, though.
Xpero.
This is nice from Team
Jemkin
Secret.
Dead. Xpero tucked away.
Oh boy, not even considering it.
Doesn't seem like they're suspecting this. They don't, and Xpero is able to collect 2. In the end, it's going to be 3v3.
40 was
but
getting
beat
3
down to
there.
47.
Yeah.
Armageddon sent here.
Keep
Monyet
it.
taking a quick little peek
Okay.
out. Not seeing anything.
But he might try and go for a big play though.
Be in a tree. He's going to stick it.
Gotta be cautious. Crazy guy at the moment not looking, and NB collecting.
He might have just
Quick
won
with a
the
headshot,
round.
Opens up the sight. Cushy
Jack
gonna
can
be
stop
the
the,
first one on the scene here.
Spike.
Does he play it slow, quiet?
Does
try?
he make it
Salvos
through
out
the
from
door?
plant, allow
Oh
Monyet
yeah,
to
what
get
an
a little bit
absolute
closer.
play
Well,
this
looks
is.
like he's gonna make it to
And
the
you gotta
door.
look
He's
at
gonna
Jesse
find
Vash and
2G.
feel like
Spike is still in
if
hand
he
here for
actually
Jesse
hit
Vash,
that
but the right back
prowler
sight.
that he
Salvos
meant
now
to do,
set. Will get
he would
one
have
full
found him.
damage. Yep. Whittles away at him down to 67. Suppressed there for the moment. Waits
Good
out the
omen
hawk.
flash.
One enemy remaining.
The fight on the corner goes the way of Cushy. Now it's down to Envy. Rides the rope
Oh.
down below.
Oh. Whoa.
Looking for the push forward. Cushy realizes
This was
it.
funny from Cushy's
quick
POV.
Finds
Trying to
that
push out
headshot.
as well, and both
RRQ
of
will
them
find
couldn't
themselves
move.
once again
Maybe
in the
saw a
lead.
gun in
Yeah,
his face
I think the
also.
body block into Cushy's movement alerts him to Envy's presence. This is just madness. I mean, this round goes back and forth so many times. A great 2v1, or a 2v2 essentially, because Jemkin got annihilated out the rip. And then Cushy opens a door and no reaction, but yep.
Just an ethereal vandal floating in front of his face.
What could that
In
be?
the darkness. It's a ghost. 4-3. Narrow margin still. All of the ults that were available a couple rounds ago, gone. It's just pits on both sides. Speaking of which, Xpero.
Okay, do they insta-react over towards
up the kills
B,
there on
or how do Team Secret want to play this one? Just look at the money we got.
The ghosts of SCA
A
passed.
lot of people that can't buy
Some
next.
Absolute scrappy Valorant.
C9 or
I'm
Sen?
here for it. Might as well have some fun with it.
There.
I mean, logic says C9 there, but
The smoke, but there's a couple different
it would be a
crossfires
bit
that
of
are
a
cleared,
classic if the
Decent bank shot
playoffs,
on the paint shell.
if the playoffs
Kind of
crumble
damage
happens
found.
again.
There's some
It does
shots
feel
exchanged.
just
Part
feel
that
like
really found bit of a Viper standoff
Sentinels
there
are peaking at
the
a pretty
pit
good
over on
time.
that C site. In the meantime, a TP forward. Jemkin does have the dimensional drift. but
Like,
it's just gonna be
Narrate
a
and
couple
Bang are
forward.
playing
Cushy
really
only gonna be
good.
for one. Oreo, Jeremy, one apiece. The wall gets raised. The undercut across here towards Crazy Guy. I mean, for all of his
I mean,
brand,
how's no one dead there?
2GE refaces into Xbarrel, finds him at the door.
Spike
And
planted.
Team Secret gonna look to tie this up at 4-4.
Yeah. And I mean, because of the economy of some of his other teammates, Monette wants to save. But Team Secret's well ahead of that. If they just swing that corner, I don't know if Monette can hang on.
I'm gonna live stream my pick'ems again, maybe.
He's got it.
You never know which button I'm gonna
Back and
press.
forth
Honestly, even I
continues.
don't know what button I'm gonna press these days. Might just happen.
The early fight
Here
over
comes
Rumble
video.
is quite
We'll do
fascinating
one
because
tomorrow, I
so
think.
much is committed, and it's kind of another attempted trap to set up the aftershock for RRQ, but this time Team Secret outweights it, and their pivot to B is just too fast. They're just not quite ready. They start gunning people down. 2GE looking snappy in that one. A couple very important kills.
Okay,
Yes,
they win the big swing
that is
round
an
though.
Oreo for
Can they get
wild
2 in a
one.
row? Double
There we
hero
go, the
gun.
back and forth. Does this favor RQ a bit more, given that this
Yeah.
is the double duelist? More rounds they're able to kind of equalize, going 6 and 6 at the half.
Kind of
on
want
the
Team
attacking
Secret,
side.
Team Secret to win this
Thinking, okay, maybe
round,
that's not too bad
just
here for them.
purely
Another
to
little
see if
trap
Wild
setup
Oreo is going to
attempts
start
here outside
opping
of
on
B, but
attack.
Avoided all of Team Secret now, piling in towards his A site. Monette alone, starting to get a sense of what's coming his way. Will back
'Cause I think he wants
up
to.
over the top. Shields there, broken. Tries to rotate out, has the knife pulled, and ends up getting taken down. Wild Oreo just sitting in the blast pack here, riding the rope as Pit now dropped on the site.
It's a nice decision from him.
Silent swing around the back, catching Wild Oreo off guard.
Oh.
And is now the dimensional drift to try to scout Jesse Bash, playing forward though, snappy. To find the first as Cushy falls, gets Xbarrel through
Oh
the
my
box.
god, though.
Crazy Guy still fighting, is in
Oh.
alone. Paranoia
Oh.
said, connects onto both.
Oh.
Dragged across with a Red Bull clutch.
Oh man.
And Secret get
I
the
feel
lead
like
5-4.
It just doesn't matter.
He
what
needs to stop
agent
doing
Invi's
good plays
playing.
because I feel like I'm
He
non-stop
is
talking about how
unstoppable.
good he is.
That is
It's
so
it's
good.
actually non-stop.
I mean, a great use to the ult here to try to clear the
Great
pit.
flash.
The ideas are good, but Jesse Vash finds a great double. Knows there's a player back there, just keeps tapping through the angle. And Envy nails a beautiful paranoia. Man,
Did I say 3 million? I meant 5 million.
just
I check out the TMV
Each clutch
cat
adds 2
stream.
million.
I saw
that
someone
number
linked
up.
me a clip of him whiffing
look out, LeBron.
on 4 people.
Envy's
That was
coming.
pretty cool.
Looking,
Wasn't it bunny makeup or was
Some
it
spray
cat
here.
makeup? I thought it was a bunny.
pressure really was ramping up. Of course, Wild Oreo does have that showstopper.
Looked good either way, to
Got
be
to be
fair.
concerned in the back
It was
of
done well.
RRQ's heads.
Yeah, I mean, RRQ's having a tough time kind of figuring out the map. When they put some A-Rubble control, it's been able to be broken
I bring that to
open, and then
Plat Chat. It
when
did
they
it.
leave
I
A-Rubble
was going to,
open,
but if he's not on it, it
that's when
doesn't.
Team Secret has found their
doesn't
moments
really
to get
hit.
towards the A site. Here goes the showstopper. X-Pharaoh is already backing out.
Might just end up sending this towards drop.
Like if I'm having a clip of him whiffing, he has to be there. We might have to save it till next week.
Still not going to be found. And okay, Envy catching a glimpse here, I believe, on a Crazy Guy. Ladder had not seen him, but it's just going to be the paranoia in the back away as the spike gets planted here on the A site. Player advantage down here in their hands. Cushy dead.
They're just.
Wild Oreo
I think
trying to take
you're
over
gonna
the
have to
round
see a
with
timeout from
RRQ.
RRQ.
to save.
It looks like they
likely.
don't want to go aggro A after the
It'll just be the back pedal.
after they got ecoed.
Cutting away from this A site. And for the first time in forever, we're going to have
Wild
a team
Oreo,
actually
though, mate,
securing a
he
two-round
looks so
lead.
much. I mean, he
And
does look
Secret
way
move up
better on
6-4.
Duelist.
On this map.
This looks insanely confident.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy the way that Team Secret, if they get any sense that there's open space on A, they just pounce. They're happy to try to break through that single controller. Whoever's
They
holding
might have
it,
found
goodbye,
their
Crazy
style.
Guy.
Trying to make something happen. Envy looking for a little bit more as well, and he's going to find them both.
I mean, it's for sure too late, but
Envy is just insane.
because
Granted, yes,
can they
Wild Oreo
realistically
is
get
standing
like
for the
first or
impact
second
that
in
he's
stage
having
2? I don't
has
think so.
been
But it looks so
stellar
much
throughout the
better.
series.
Yeah, I mean, Wild Oreo, what a job he's doing, switching over to the Duelist today. being that frontline entry guy.
You can
Sometimes,
set up the stage too.
Jeremy on the ISO.
Does the
he's been
org
asked to
let them
be
stick together though? Is also a question.
Kind of the raise.
There's a
that's
lot of orgs
blasting
that would
in
be
and
making a change
creating
here.
space, and he's done a brilliant job of it. And so how do you kind of figure out how to reinforce A here? Again, when you have tried to contest Rubble, it's been quick pivots for Team Secret to other sides of the map. Like, they know where you're strong at, and they know they can outmaneuver you, so they're going to. That makes it pretty tricky. You don't have much in the way of delay util. You're not running a Sentinel. You're not running a Vice. And Team Secret, very aware of that.
And that's my fault, Prodigy. I was talking about changing.
Secret cheerleaders here.
Picked a good day to show up.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
Yeah. Look,
I was trying to think of something else. I'm like, no, never mind. This is, yeah, they're looking like they could win this.
This is the best day that, if you're a Team Secret fan, this is the best day that you could have chosen so far.
Too many tryhards in
Who
the
knows
pro
how it
scene.
ends,
That's
but,
why I left
I mean,
coaching.
regardless,
Mate, I am the tryhard. What do you mean?
Good. 4 Stingers, half armor.
What does that mean?
Sheriff there for
I'm
Cushing.
one of the
The
tryhards.
Wild Oreo brings out the Outlaw. And Xfero probably dead on the jiggle? No, okay. That's a hair too late going for that pick.
Well, you're just going to set up 3 right at the C door. Couple at A.
Contact,
All you saw was
flash,
Xfero, so
send it.
maybe you feel like you can punish that. They've been trying to take those fights to him when he's by himself. Little do they know.
Double swing on this corner coming through. Envy.
Well, now what? Does the overall setup make sense? It's just the orb
now they're
punish.
like,
They were so sure that they were
not just
going to
Xfero by
tap
himself.
the orb before getting
Let's
to this
take a moment
area,
to
it
think
felt
about
like.
this.
They don't trust like that.
No.
They're just going to go pump the brakes, keep things nice and quiet.
I'm checking for a trap at door. Very diligent.
No stun.
Very,
Yeah, I
very
think if
diligent.
you got to do the setup, does
That's been
the Viper
part
not
of the-
need to be
part
where
of
the
game for
breach
Team
is?
Secret today. Why it's been so in favor of them on one map and so close on the other.
And like the breach where the Viper is, so you can
Paranoia.
insta-stun.
Forced them to use a lot of util. Not a ton of firepower behind this.
Stinger
The
pre-fire,
ISO
spraying,
wall
not
to
gonna be
force
fun
over
too much of
towards
anything
B
there.
is
Jeremy
nice,
just
though.
pushes up into the smoke, finds Crazy Guy. Jesse Bash. Noting,
With the right click, you can
Xfero's
cover from
position,
here and
Mr.
here.
G,
Dude, you could
noting this push
could
around the
see
back from
B
Cushy right now.
default all
Team
the
Secret
time
feels like they are zoomed out,
and wall in.
watching
Slow
every
wall
single bit of the
in.
map from the top down.
Smoke, smoke.
Understanding
They have
perfectly how
Viper
RRQ
also
was gonna look to play
smoke.
this. 7-4, they have secured themselves at least a 2-round lead.
Maybe
at the
don't
half.
even need to
Potentially
smoke
even more if
heaven.
they close
Leave
this
heaven
one.
open.
For sure. Nice. Smooth. And it's just, yeah, again, awareness.
Remaining.
They see a player that is an Xfero on C, and they're just stop, regroup.
I think ISO wall
rethink,
might be one of the most
re-clear.
underrated abilities at the moment.
Just phenomenal protocols, phenomenal
The
thinking
right
today.
click is
Clearly
so
have done their
good.
homework.
The slow wall.
And, okay.
Jumkin getting out wide is able to find Envy. So Raid Boss down.
Few others to go through, though. Jeremy's one away
True.
from his ult.
This is a council fight.
Yeah.
Wild Oreo is still, of course, going to be standing here, but
Since the buff, yeah.
ults to speak of unless Jeremy can get that
It's so
contract
nice.
online. Armageddon is available. Okay, never mind. Cushy's dead. Crazy
Bro,
Guy.
look at
gone.
him go.
Now the kill contract coming through. Monyet pulled into the gulag, able to win out the fight.
Oh.
Is the punish going to be there?
Enemy remaining.
Yes.
No matter what,
Now
trades
it's
there.
just Jemkin. Finding the first, needing to find them all. Picks up one. Decoy sent out. They just cut noise, and Jesse Vash, I believe, just faking some footsteps over towards the C site. Want to check it out.
Spike
It's
planted.
Jemkin setting up with a gate crash.
Fake
Pull off a little bit of a bait here himself.
Does have a flash, but Team Secret spreading out a little bit. If you can find the moment, but time is going to be of the essence here for Jemkin.
He's going to try to slow creep in. Win the first one here.
Standing.
He's going to say instantaneous swing from Jesse Vash.
That's a really good
8
half
to
from them.
4.
It's a really good
5
half.
rounds ran back
Dude,
here.
RRQ need to get a pistol,
latter
man.
half
We can't have a
of
6-0
that
pistol.
attack. Team Secret setting themselves up nicely.
Will_1 with the
And
prime.
we would
Thank you
be
for the 10
remiss
mums.
not to remind, it's
Thank you for doing that,
5-0
mate.
in pistols. Team Secret have not dropped one yet.
And you can't afford to lose this one. This one is a do or die for RRQ. That's definitely going to be in the back of your minds. Secret.
Of course, Sonya.
I just
So good.
floored.
So good. Dude, moving flat.
They are
That
so
stuff
ahead
sounds
in terms
horrendous.
of outthinking RRQ today.
It's always
outshooting at
so much
times,
more
too.
stuff than you think as well.
They just seem to have found another gear and have been very cognizant of their weaknesses with their agent compositions and have changed them up and have rolled a 20 on that dice. So far,
There's so
we'll
much
see.
stuff, yeah.
RRQ, attacker
It
side
happens.
of Lotus. You would think this should be a pretty close ending. You would think that this is going to come down to the wire with that 4-8 scoreline, but I don't know. Team Secret's been so good today. It comes down to this pistol, really.
Yeah, very much an unknown. We'll see, though. They move over on
New setup is in
the
PC
defending
setup,
side.
or
In theory,
you just talking?
should be a little less of a
About the
dominant
flat.
run here from them. Should be potential advantage for RRQ.
Yeah, that's
but
cool though.
the
That's nice.
pistol has to go their
PC
way
setup, love that.
to really get that ball
I
rolling.
think a sky buff is
Otherwise,
coming.
you're
I don't
looking
think
at
so.
a
I
10
think
and
they're gonna
4.
buff too much.
Let's see how they do fare.
I think a harbor buff might be, yeah. That's probably earlier than a sky buff.
Some kind of B exact.
I think they can just bring back the sky dog.
Yeah, it's just sending out the TP as the round
James
begins.
ETV, thanks so much for the prime, bro. I
It's all the
appreciate
way
the
in towards the B
15
site.
months. It's a long time as well, dude. Thank you for that.
Pushing forward, paint
5-0
shots
with the
gonna be sent out
pistol.
there. Looking for some damage, but only 7 to be found there. Auto Sparrow,
Oh,
Jesse
hold up.
Match overwhelmed here.
They've actually got the man
Outside of
advantage.
rubble. Both balls, Jemkin's able to find the headshot. Quick pivots though, Team Secret wrapping around, trying to get themselves over towards this A site. As Jemkin and Manya both taking a bit of damage.
Whoa,
Push for
they went
Koala
through
Warrior, maybe a little
together.
bit too bold.
Down
Ends up
A.
falling. Jeremy finding 2. Just to make this as even as possible here for 2GE. But it looks like RRQ
There
will
it
finally
is.
get it done.
5 and
They
1.
pick up their first pistol of
First
the series
pistol.
when they so desperately need it the most. Now they look to
It's gonna
try
get close.
to close the gap.
Yeah, they're just kind of ready outside of B. Once they get some contact there, it's a quick pivot over towards A. Use the stealth drone to lead the way. Open up the door to tree.
Player
Bully your way through there. Sure, Jeremy gets a couple kills, but it's traded quick enough that you're able to keep your numbers advantage, and 2G is a tough task in front of him, and this time there will be no clutch shenanigans. This time it will be as expected with the pistol, and yeah, RRQ gets the win.
They do. In B. Tucked here. Behind Mound. Flushed out. Manya finding that. Jemkin does fall. Just had the ghosts. So still economic damage not really found here quite just yet.
That's actually a pretty
Secret
big
still
kill
potential to
because
make that happen.
normally
This
RRQ are like
Jeremy
very
has
good
a
at making
shorty.
sure they get this your ult priority and get it online
No
like
one
as
really
early as
looking to push
possible.
and
So
challenge this angle of
now
Waterfall, though.
they
Just for now,
might
just
get
to
to
try to
search a
delay.
little bit with Cushy.
Cushy does
Dude, if
tiny
Cushy
little bit
even
of damage.
manages to plant here.
Ultimately can tuck back and get the spike planted.
Oh my.
Wait, whoa, we gotta win the
Okay.
round fast before we focus on ults.
Sparrow. Maybe he can try to, rotate in, grabs it off the top of the box.
Did he grab it? He didn't grab
Jeremy
it.
diving forward, finds the shorty pump there.
last player
Suddenly, even
Holy-
more damage is dealt.
way.
Jesse
He's got
Match.
no armor as well.
No shot. No way.
No way.
In hell.
No
Down to the
way,
last
they
bullet.
ecoed him. The first pistol that
They dropped
RRQ
the
win
pistol, but who
been fully
gives a damn?
ecoed.
The 3K found the round. Team
Well.
Secrets. Another Red Bull clutch.
Dude, you got a 1v2.
You want to know how I know that's good? Because
What?
Jesse was smiling. Jesse doesn't do that very much. I've seen Jesse hit aces that are some of the most disgusting aces I've ever seen, and he doesn't even blink an eye. There's no change in his
He's just
facial
dinking
expression.
everyone.
But this one's got Jesse smiling. That is incredible. Those ghost shots, those first 2 kills had to be great. Because he was clean on him. That last one, able to work that corner angle nicely. And all of a sudden, after the pistol win, Team Secret punches right back, and they've
69
got
year
rifles
old
in hand.
go. Can't be typing that.
Now it's such an advantageous
How old is he,
spot.
chat? 35, right?
Vandal is here for the side of Jemkin. Pharaoh with a Bulldog, so a little bit of firepower. Try to turn the tides of this one, but that was just an absolute haymaker to the jaw of RRQ. In that previous round, Monyet now dropped.
He's 34.
Cool off,
Jemkin is
Jeremy.
tagged up.
Do it. Do it.
Gets his health back.
God, he's young.
I
What do you
know.
mean?
Oh yeah, just send it. Don't make me scream
Spry
about
young
using
fella.
the Gulag again.
Got a long career ahead of him.
You know he's there. Ah, he's not going to go for it. Maybe just waiting on the other side. Surely. We'll have to wait and see, but RRQ cutting sound. Trying to elude Team Secret, but really, Team Secret doesn't have to move too much. They've got enough map control.
Dude, Jeremy has ult as well, so they can just leave sight.
And it's on RRQ to break through. Oh, that's a good start.
Does. That's the Gulag now coming through as Jemkin will get put down.
Dude,
Wild
Wild Oreo had
Gonna
to
maintain
win
some
that
dominance,
duel.
but Crazy Guy wins the fight
Wait,
versus
hold up.
Jeremy. And suddenly
I was
we're
going to
into
say,
a
because I was
2v2.
going to rush
We
and get the
continue to
trade of
be
the ult,
in the
and then
upside
somehow he
down.
wins the ult. And now it's a
It's getting
2v2.
topsy-turvy as Envy
Planted.
steadily working his way across through A lobby. Spike now playing.
Chat, what are you guys typing? Stop talking about dinosaurs, dude.
Here back towards tree. Crazy Guy at drop. Certain how long here on the fault line is. Ooh, Xpharaoh, I thought for a second maybe he was showing a pixel out of place, but just goes for the timing swing, finds 2GE. But it's Envy. Some noise made. Fault line at the ready, sends the paranoia on the corner, but Crazy Guy from behind will be able to strike
Well,
him down. As now we are
Sometimes,
just trading around.
yeah,
Trading blows.
sometimes you get eco back as well.
RQ down by 6.
I mean, this looked like it was round over. You got everything you could want here. Kill from Wild Oreo, player into the ISO ult, and somehow, some way,
Dude,
RRQ
nature is
just
the
fights
most
their way back.
max
I mean,
distance
so many
range
of these
duel
rounds
you could
today
possibly have in the
been where you
ISO ult.
think the team that plays it better should be winning it, and then they don't, because the other team just out-frags them.
Oh my goodness. We got a
You said it
hero
best. This is just
Bucky
SEA Valorant.
with light armor on the IGL. Actually, he's not IGLing anymore, to be fair.
Jesse Bash
Well,
can't see a
tried to
damn
build it up,
thing.
man, but
I don't know if Jemkin could either, but he found a kill.
You might have
The
saw
Bucky will be
gun.
left on the ground. Pharaoh does take a good amount of damage. I'm not sure if there was a peek over towards C.
Elizabeth,
Either
hello.
way, is down to
Thank you
30
for the
with that
19 months.
outlaw.
Appreciate the prime.
Secret
Of course,
just
dude. Thank you so much for that.
clustered up around the center of the map now.
Thank you
circle
for
fan
making
back
sure I
up.
always have the right ads on as well.
Seen any follow-up pressure from RRQ, so they're backpedaling. They're heading over towards C. A little bit of B exploration for Jemkin and company.
Is IGLing at the moment,
Might be a
2G?
call to make a pivot once they realize this has been left undefended. Or not. Surely. Maybe when they get contact at C, they'll pivot back. We'll see.
It's a 3-person stack. Okay, no, they made it look too strong. They made it look too good.
Door, but Jeremy sprang through, able to find one. Xpharaoh does get taken down, but it's a trade on the Vipers. Is Wild Oreo going to try to stem the tide in onto
Yeah,
the
they
B
fired
site.
too much util. They realized it
Too
was a
much of
stack.
anything.
Had to wait for them to commit a little bit more.
Planted.
Jeremy, shield raised, instantly
Shots.
dealt with. As Envy able to scoop up the weapon, but cannot put it to use. RRQ breaking the pattern, breaking the mold here in the second half. They win 2 rounds back to back.
Who would have thought?
And now they're 2 away from tying things up, and Wild Oreo picking up an operator.
Well, this is much better kind of map awareness and understanding, you know, whoa, C doesn't look so good. Back over towards B, they read that very, very well. They're starting to get a better feel for the game. Wild Oreo, though, with that operator,
Yeah, this has been
impactful with it.
what they're doing.
Secret
Dude,
has
look at the
been leaning
confidence as
into
well.
is getting
Insta
him
satchel to
sniper
take the
rifles.
off
You know, we
angle.
saw the chamber on Pearl, for example. Now they've got him on the more traditional role with the duelists. And he could find impact. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I like this from RRQ. I
Let's
think
see how he's
they
pushed
know
out
the
so
ops
far.
in play.
They're going to Restack the
Because they were ready to go for a BC default, but then they see the smoke come out, so and then obviously had nothing towards A, so they take the free space.
They're just gonna hold their feet.
Bring them down.
Now a little bit of util. Start to get some info. And they're just gonna go right for the flanks. They're going for the rears. They know there's no
And
sentinel.
so ult kind of clears back his sight. Got smoke down to get him over towards side as well. Keep an eye on this push behind.
That's what he sees. Sight opened up, and Xero noting the flank.
Beautiful.
Yep, able to find Jeremy.
Spike planted.
Spike now in play. Wild Oreo does have a showstopper, but getting into a position to try to send it. For now, Paint Shell does go out to try to clear a drop. And he's going to be able to go ahead, plant that one right at Jemkin's feet, but not before Jemkin snipes him out of the sky. So a 1-for-1 exchange there at drop. The wall falling, Xero blinding another Envy. Now taken down. It's 2GE and Jesse Bash. Try to pull off.
Time.
The call to save.
Time just not going to be there, Jesse. Looking like he's going to be the one trying to call for the escape,
Well,
but he cannot get away.
At least
Operator
got
does
the
get
op.
recovered here by 2G. Minor consolation prize to try to hold on to this one, but Monyet is on the hunt, trying to take this out of their hands.
Yeah, they might not be able to save this
Not be
though.
able to find him, paths not going to cross. RRQ now.
I mean, they
3
cannot buy
rounds in a row,
anything on top
one
of
away
this.
from tying us up at 9-9.
Kind of what you would expect. RRQ starting to pick up steam on this attacker side. This time they find the gap in Team Secret's defense. They're pretty far forward by the time Team Secret figures out that this is going to be an A hit. And they can't get into comfortable positions to use that ultimate. A good preempt with the Armageddon in case there is a showstopper. And Jemkin gets right up in the face of Wild Oreo to make sure that
some kind of eco
there's not
strat.
going to be any more damage
where
than
you
just
push
him
him into
getting
the op.
traded.
So they're probably going to go
So now it's gonna be a
aggro.
timeout for
They're
Team
probably just going to
Secret.
go aggro A, and the ops holding
See
over
what they
towards
wanna
C
do
is
to
the most
readjust.
obvious.
Maybe, yeah, I was going to say, maybe some rubble control, and as I saw on the map just now, they're pinging that out. So there might be some kind of play for that territory. As the side of RRQ, I think some of these early kind of slow round sort of explorations seem to be working pretty well, where they're kind of checking angles. The only concern, of course, is that you had the operator. They just completely dodged it in the previous round. But if they can, again, even if they see it, if they could trade it or use some util to keep it off balance, find some
Feeling
openings.
confident with the NRG train. I mean, it's moving.
That's going to be the real key
I
in this next one
feel
for me is
they were always going to get this win, in my
how you deal with
opinion.
that operator.
But
You got a lot of players at A. This kind of looking like the classic
wait, who do they play?
T1 hit.
Loser of
Throwing the vulnerable,
C9
throwing
Sen,
the
right?
C's, throwing the paint shells, maybe a paranoia. But there's only one player. Well, they're holding, they're being patient. I like this.
Slowly inching onto the line, and Xero.
Well, there goes the hero up.
You don't have any armor. At least some that can withstand this.
They play the loser of MIBR
Offense
100
gets shut
Thieves.
down.
Oh,
Envy's gonna
actually?
scoop that up.
Yeah, no, dude, the train's going. They're probably going to play 100
Solid
Thieves
advantage
them.
here for RRQ off the back of Team Secret's timeout call.
Oh, this is going to get close. It's a close
Now you're
game.
thinking, oh, opt down on
Dude,
the
I
other
think the
side of
train's
map, maybe
going.
Just charging over towards C with it. So this isn't going to be open.
And then what? Then they'll be 2 away.
Maybe just another B pivot for them.
Not taking any chances. Dimensional Drift comes out. Jemkin checking forward. Fault line sent. Ooh, I don't think he noticed. I think he
Did.
turned too quickly. He
Are
not
the
seen
tickets
Jesse
still
Bash.
available? Yeah, we've still got some
Right.
tickets. No first class. We haven't had to
The way
fill
to
up
go
the
in
roof
Xero.
or get people working yet.
Monitoring the flanks.
It's not as popular as the Paper
Minus
X train.
2G, so even with this unscouted position here from Jesse Bash, the likelihood of it delivering many results, nope, it's going to be silent. So Envy able to find one, peeks in with the operator. They're going to look to try to take this out
Yeah,
of his
they are
hands.
going to hunt this heavy.
Pretty strong idea of where he's going to be at, and they're going to be coming at him from every single possible angle. Envy, can he fight his way out of this corner? First shot is there. Backstab coming through. Flash set, fully blinded up. Jemkin will collect. 9-9. We are fully tied up. It's RRQ.
NRG, if they win that, will have to play G2, Sen, or C9.
Now we'll go into the bye round for the side of Team
Yeah, but
Secret.
by then, if they beat in the 100
Not gonna have
Thieves,
that
they might have the
And again, it's
confidence.
this early round patience from RRQ paying off.
They might have enough
Xero watching these angles with the Outlaw.
enough
It's huge
momentum, enough
value
steam
shutting
to
down that
go.
op early. And then when they try to pivot to C, the quick contact they receive has constantly set them back
BG2,
towards the
yeah,
B
they might be
site.
winning it.
Using the ult to be diligent this time to make sure it is open.
You gotta think
Didn't
of
get
how
too
much
many
power
eyes
you
on
get
it
from those
before they
wins.
open that door. And there you go, a little bit of that paint shell's vulnerable combo
I give it a 3%. You can't
Early
be saying
from the
that.
side.
3.
of Team Secret, but Jemkin's just right in here.
Just chasing forward.
3% of what? Winning the whole
Push
thing?
away.
Oh, nice Viper.
And now invested. That cuts off this entirety of Baby Door. Rolling Thunder going across as things are getting chaotic.
There's a
The
lot
night
of
ball as
space
well.
made by Envy on this. It's going to get really weird.
Bit of information.
You definitely
Envy
got to
is
imagine
at
that
the same
Monyet
time
wins this round.
Slid up alongside the door, but Monyet in around the back, able to find 1-2 GE, going to be taken down. Smoke's
Why is
just
no
coming
one
to the
watching
site.
this?
Push forward, Jemkin finding one, gets traded out. Envy coming away with 2. The pit now going to be dropped. Monyet dead. Delay there from the aftershock. Crazy guy setting up the fault line, but the fuse is being held, and Envy, I think he's got
I'm
it
sorry,
done.
this
He
guy.
absolutely has.
Whoa.
Talmos,
Whoa.
however,
Whoa.
Whoa!
is he just
Nah,
He
dude.
has.
He's doing
my,
everything.
48.
He's doing everything.
Kills all, turns back, eats the damage
It's,
from the
oh,
salvo.
man. I can't,
sticks
dude.
it to completion.
I can't. But why is no one?
Envy
Why is no one
saves
in
them.
the? Oh, looking for him. Look at
Again.
this. No one's watching that space. They're smoked
Unbelievable.
off. The people over towards
And
B
yes,
main.
The flank watching from Jesse Vash, fantastic.
Like RRQ are
Yet,
bottling it a little bit.
but holy hell.
No, he's
what a
finals,
round.
mate.
He is just brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant. I mean, the fact that he gets the pit dropped so quickly there.
Toxins going up.
Dude, they just put him on different roles as well, and he's just owning everyone.
Monyet dead. Spray forward into the smoke, and Wild Warrior comes
God,
away with
look at
another.
them
He was
go.
fully blinded.
The snowball.
Prowler now scouting Jemkin. Quick hop out with that gate crash.
Toxins going up.
Solid advantage here for Team Secret,
They've got
having
the-
since regained the lead.
They got the pit on C, so they can start watching B from the link. Looking pretty nice there. Throw up the toxic screen. Jesse can throw some util. Boombot check. Might even got a spot. Ooh.
Enemy
Well,
remaining.
yep. Easy money for Jesse. Gets a double. Right there to trade after Wild Oriole got taken down. Now you're just down to X Pharaoh for RRQ.
Damn near flawless. Xpharaoh makes it maybe a little bit more costly.
Dude, how are we meant to
Spike on the
predict anything
floor,
in Pacific?
Options limited, swings in, double
Like, how are we
face,
actually
out
ever meant
connected
to?
Team Secret.
Who's top of Pick'ems in Pacific?
2 rounds away from closing out this series. RRQ
They have to be geniuses.
looking like they're going to be burning
How
their
are we
last
meant
time
to
out of the
ever
set.
get all this stuff right?
Team Secret. 2 rounds in a row. 2 rounds up.
One enemy remaining.
2 kills for Jesse.
VLR mods at the top.
Just
Probably that.
juices are wild here for Team Secret. They look so good today. So many great map reads.
Your
I mean,
top
RRQ
1%?
started to find
Yeah,
that
but is that
open
just
space,
because
but
everyone else is just getting
now that
everything wrong?
Team Secret
Maybe you got
has
like 5 right?
taken control of A Rubble early, starting to lean into the other sides of the
6.
map. And even though they gave up a quick plant on B, they had some good
Yeah.
util, good plans to deal with
Yeah.
it. And Envy, man, oh man, just incredible today. How many
You
times
just
he's
predict
been
the
able
opposite of what you expect. Yeah, I said to just
break
start
things
doing that, but
open
then I
for
just carried on picking what I thought would happen.
And RRQ's gonna have to dig deep. I mean, sure, RRQ's had a loss, but you know, this is the one that he wanted to have that confidence builder before you go into the playoffs. You're the #1 seed. You're going up against the bottom team from this bracket.
Yep.
And you're getting maybe, you might lose here. That's the crazy part.
I mean, right now, given the way that these last 2 rounds have gone, it's trending in the direction of being likely. Unless you can deal with Envy. Jeremy, lone ult in the server here for the moment.
Team
Contract's
Secret,
not
and they go for the aggro push as RRQ call the timeout. Dude, that's a nice fade. I've never seen that one before.
Out here in towards the spawn, and
Deep
Jeremy,
air.
he's got the grab, but it's
Oh,
on the
boy.
clone. Not a fake, like I would love to see.
Yeah, you might as well shoot the clone every single time. Why do people not shoot it?
Just looking for the concussive bounce. Envy still here. Top of the box, swings out, does end up falling. But Wild Oreo able to find one. Jesse Bash comes up with 3, gets the 4th.
Goodbye, Viper. Well fought. My ult is ready.
And he just kicks him right back into the respawn room. Match point here for Team Secret. It's been a rough stage one, but they are looking to end it with a bang by taking down the #1 seed of the group.
Oh my goodness. Dude, he's just ready for the next.
one of those
He's
moments
just so
you know
locked
it's
in.
coming as
He's
RRQ,
killed them
and you
all and he's
still
ready
can't
for
stop
another
it.
swing. He wants the 6v5, man. It's too easy
best
for him.
The ISO
Give him an
ult
extra
with your
player.
clone, and you're still just getting outgunned, out crossfired. They try to push
3
out of the smoke.
chances.
Back into C lobby, pay the price. Jemkin sidestepping some util there, but doesn't feel comfortable to go any further. And RRQ is huddled in a corner. They are starting to death ball. They're getting a little bit nervous. You do have some open space there. Jemkin's got his ult. Could
They just
clarify.
Prowler cleared over
situation.
towards B. They're going to head over towards C. And we might see
What will you
Zafero have
see?
a really good luck.
Spots out one over
We'll keep an eye on it.
Just checks around the back.
He's not fully confident. He's waiting for the push now. Oh boy, Jemkin.
So damn smart.
Surely
They know
we
exactly what Jemkin's gonna look to
Oh
do.
my goodness, what
Finds
the?
and punish the showstopper. Drawn out. Quick exit though.
Dude, they know they're all off site. We've got an
Trying to get
Ominal
out forward
over
towards
towards
bounce. Two
spawn.
players
He's miles
there.
away. We've
Flanks
got double
coming in
luck
from
on the
other
go.
two. This crazy guy tries to hold his own, but
Dude, they just stick this, right? It's so close. Oh, they just stick it.
The snake bite.
Team,
No
Team
chance,
Secret,
no
bottom of the
time.
group to beat top of the group. The bottom
13
seed to beat the
9.
top
Team
seed.
Secret will close
Pacific.
out stage 1 at long last with a match victory.
Tell you what though, this whole
over
double
none other
duelist thing
than
for them looks
RRQ,
so much better.
delivering them another loss